Nah. We simply God's chosen people. Do everybody understand that? So the Lord is telling them, you frauds, you better do Nebuchadnezzar, you better tell me what I dreamed. Okay, you better bring it back. And then tell me the interpretation of that. Now they're going to sit there and say, King, you're being unreasonable. Nobody on the planet Earth can tell somebody what they dreamed. Read on.
Into verse 5. Ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. But if ye show the dream and the interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards.
You shall do what?
Receive of me gifts and rewards.
Read on.
And great honor.
And great honor. Everybody see that, right? Read on.
Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered again and said, Let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it. The king answered and said, I know of a certainty that ye would gain the time, because ye see the thing is gone from me.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to take advantage of the time that I'm giving you because you see the thing is gone from me. I can't remember what the dream is, okay? So you the wise men, you the ones that's dealing with all this wisdom. You saying you're dealing with the gods. You better let me know what this is. Read on.
But if ye will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you. For ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me.
Okay, meaning you're just going to tell me a lie. Go ahead.
Till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, There is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter.
Okay, everybody see that, right? Satan's power is limited. Everybody see that? Read on.
Therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that asks such things at any magician.
Okay, read on.
Or astrologer.
Read on.
Or Chaldean.
So this was common. This was common in the land for them to be dealing with people that was dealing with the devil. Read on.
And it is a rare thing that the king requireth. And there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh.
Read on.
For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain. And they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain.
Because Daniel was also known as a wise man in Babylon with the wisdom of God. Read on.
Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch.
Okay, so before we go there, let me go to 2 Chronicles chapter 33. 2 Chronicles chapter 33. Because I want to end off with this and showing the power of God. 2 Chronicles chapter 33. So this is again, this is something that was always out there. I want to go more into the understanding on this witchcraft that goes into the technology, goes into everything in this kingdom. The medicines, the technology, the drugs. Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 33 verse 6 and read that for me, please.
And he caused his children to pass through the fire.
Okay, this is one king in Israel that thought that it was better to seek Satan rather than to seek God. So he was doing these rituals, okay, these demonic rituals to be able to gain knowledge from Satan. Okay, read on.
In the valley of the son of Hinnom, also he observed times.
Okay, he observed times. Okay, so that's astrology. And looking at the moon and observing times and thinking that you could forecast the future. Okay, all of that is dealing with the demons. You ain't supposed to be in the astrology section in the newspaper. You ain't supposed to have no astrology books. You ain't supposed to be trying to determine what's going to happen in your love life. All of that is dealing with witchcraft. Do everybody understand that? Okay, read on.
And used enchantments.
That's the part I want everybody to see there. Read it again.
And used enchantments.
Used enchantments. Enchantments is something that is used. And used enchantments. I'm going to get into that in a minute. And used enchantments. Read on.
And used witchcraft.
And used witchcraft. Read on.
And dealt with the familiar spirit.
And dealt with a familiar spirit. A familiar spirit is calling back somebody that was from the dead and trying to get information. All of this rather than dealing with God. Read on.
And with wizards. He wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord.
He did what?
Wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord.
Read on.
To provoke him to anger.
Read on.
And he set a carved image, the idol which he had made, in the house of God.
So he put an idol in the house of God, something made with his own hands. Read on.
Of which God had said to David and to Solomon his son, in this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen before all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever.
Okay, so now why is this significant? Because this is something that was being done in Israel by a king in Israel, Manasseh. Everybody understand that? This is something that the nations continually do. They do this all the time. Where's Manasseh getting this from? He's getting this from among the nations. Do everybody understand that? This is what the nations are still doing today. Do everybody understand that? When you go in churches, do you see idols? Do you see carved images? Okay, read on.
Verse 8. Neither will I any more remove the foot of Israel from out of the land which I have appointed for your fathers, so that they will take heed to do all that I have commanded them.
We get blessed by doing the commandments of God. Read on.
According to the whole law and the statutes and the ordinances by the hand of Moses.
Read on.
So Manasseh made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to err.
Read on.
And to do worse than the heathen.
And to do what?
Worse than the heathen.
Read on.
Whom the Lord had destroyed before the children of Israel.
Let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 19. The book of Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 4. We're going to start there. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 4. So this is all the information that I'm giving right now is on sorcery, enchantments, witchcraft, all the things that the Lord said that we not supposed to do that is being done in Esau's kingdom. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 4. Read.
Turn ye not unto idols.
Yeah, don't turn away from God and go to an idol. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? That's anything tangible, anything that's material that you're going to go to and pray to and bow down to and worship as God. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
Nor make to yourselves molten gods.
Make to yourselves molten gods. Read on.
I am the Lord.
Let's go. Go ahead.
Your God.
Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. So these magicians, these sorcerers, these wizards, they were common in every kingdom, even up to today. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. When the power come and the Lord give power to the Israelite Church of God, Jesus Christ, y'all going to see this on a great scale. You're going to see a battle where they're going to come out. The true sorcerers is going to come out, and they're going to be trying to act like they displaying power that's from God. Do everybody understand that? But you're going to see that power is not going to be the power of God. It's going to be the power of Satan, and it's going to be overcame by the power of the Almighty God. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. Read.
If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder.
Give you a what?
A sign or a wonder.
So again, it's not all just a three-card Monty type of situation. Some of them is on levels where they do what's necessary to be able to talk with the demons. And the demons give them information, which is knowledge on how to do certain things and how to get certain things done. Do everybody understand that? So if you got somebody in front of you that's doing certain things and doing signs and wonders, God is saying. Read on.
Verse 2, and the sign or the wonder come to pass.
And it actually happens. Read on.
Whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them.
The Lord is saying, I'm allowing this to happen because I'm testing you. You're supposed to know that there's no power but of God, that there's no other God to go after. So if they telling you about some other God, that's not enough. That's enough for you to know that that's the devil that you're dealing with. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams.
Read on.
For the Lord your God proveth you, to know whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul.
Everybody see that, right? Let's go to the book of Genesis chapter 3 and show you that this was an attempt of something that was being done in the very beginning. Genesis chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse 4. Also give me Luke chapter 4. Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. Read that for me, please.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof.
Okay, so who is Satan referring to? Who is Satan referring to? Y'all done went to sleep already? Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. Read it again.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doeth know.
Stop. Who is Satan referring to? Okay, so he know that there is a true, supreme, living God. Do everybody understand that? So he's trying to take the attention from God. Read on.
That in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open.
And put it on himself, and put it on the person. People becoming lovers of themselves. Read on.
And ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
And knowing what?
Good and evil.
Read on.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
Read on.
And a tree to be desired to make one wise.
Okay, so this is the information from the demons. The demons have information. Do everybody understand that? Satan has information. So when she's seen that she could become wiser by this information, read on.
She took of the fruit thereof.
She did what?
Took of the fruit thereof.
Read on.
And did eat.
Okay, out of the motivation that you could be wiser. Let's go to the book of Daniel chapter 12. Before we go there, let's get Luke chapter 4. Luke chapter 4. Why are we going into this wisdom? Because this is what your technology is. This is what it is today. This is what your cell phone is. This is what your TV is. This is what all technology is the knowledge of the devil that produced these different devices. And that's why it's being used for Satan purposes. Everything is being used against you, not actually for you. Do everybody understand that? Luke chapter 4. And let's start at verse 5. Luke chapter 4, verse 5. Read that, please.
And the devil, taking him up into an high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time.
Read on.
And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee.
All this power will I do what?
Will I give thee.
All this power will I give thee. Read on.
And the glory of them.
In what?
And the glory of them.
And all the glory of them. Read on.
For that is delivered unto me.
Read on.
And to whomsoever I will, I give it.
Do everybody see that, right? Okay, so that's the power that what you see is the power that Satan is offering. That's what you see in his kingdom today. Do everybody understand that? Okay, but in order to be able to get this power, what does it tell you? Read on.
If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine.
Read it again.
If thou therefore wilt worship me,
read on.
All shall be thine.
Okay, so now what is the response of Jesus Christ? Read.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, in him only.
In what?
In him only.
In him only, read on.
Shalt thou serve.
Let's go to the book of Daniel chapter 12. So the goal is, the purpose of idols and all these different things is to get your attention off of Christ. Anything that he can use to get your attention off of Christ, that's what the purpose of it is. Okay, because you're only supposed to be worshiping Christ. Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12, and we're going to start at verse 4. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. Read.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
And seal the book even to when?
The time of the end.
Read on.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And knowledge shall be increased. So this is talking about, again, in the time of the end, that wise, that tree that was desired to make one wise, that information would be the information of the devil. Do everybody understand that? Many shall run to and fro, meaning that people will be getting back and forth in large quantities of numbers because of that increased knowledge, which is all coming from the devil. Do everybody understand that?